Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Assassin's Creed. We are currently on Memory Block 3, which has 2 different assassinations that have to be done within it before we can move on. If you remember last time, we totally failed our assassination effort. Again, actually. I'll own it. I failed pretty bad.
When you are exposed,
hopefully this time
or climb over buildings
we
to
will
break your
do it the
pursuer's
right
line
way.
of sight.
So far, every time we've gone for an assassination, we end up in a massive sword fight because we are about as stealthy as a giant bull in a china shop. So let's get out of this place and get right over to the new city we have to head over to.
Hold your blade. Become one with
Now this is going to be one of those episodes again, once we enter the new city, of course, we have a load of redundant missions to complete. So unfortunately this episode won't be overly exciting. I'm going to try to make it as fun as I can with you guys, but there's only so much possible to be done, at least video wise. But let's get over there. We're going to grab our horse. We have to go through the kingdom. As usual, I'm sure there's going to be viewpoint towers to grab in the kingdom. And we'll grab a couple of those on the way there. And then it'll all be about investigating our target and grabbing viewpoints and saving citizens in the next city. This game has a lot of running around, unfortunately. Oh, are you serious? You can't jump down that? Wow. Well, on another note, I truly hope that we're able to properly assassinate this guy. I've learned a couple of lessons about what not to do, I guess. Don't accidentally hit the right trigger, and don't get too close to the guy. Both of them will immediately alert him that we are an assassin meant to kill him. And then every guard in the city will come after us for a 10-minute long sword fight, which we will eventually win. We haven't failed in one of those, you know what I mean? We've been doing really good. We haven't been getting killed, even with the assassination targets, who are much stronger than you would think they are. I mean, the last guy was basically a doctor, or a torturer, doctor, whatever. But he was even more proficient than his own bodyguards at defending himself against us. We've had a couple close calls, but nothing to call home about. Alright, into the kingdom we go. I am going to take a quick shot.
For ledges should you fall while climbing.
I'm not sure if you guys can hear that.
He's going to hit somewhere. Where is he going?
Let's see. Alright, so we already got this one. This is the same one we were at before. So, since we have to do a lot of running, let's find something to talk about. So, I guess we could talk about my name. I guess MrKnightCap. I'm sure many people have already noticed it's actually a play on words. Like a nightcap, you know, what you drink before bed. I do like my alcohol. Right now I got some vodka, and I got some beer next to me. It actually took me a long time to think of something, because, you know, when you're going to start up a channel like this, you want to do something unique. You know, you want to have, you know, a cool name. You don't want to have, I'm going the wrong way. You know, you want to have something that's going to stick out. You don't want to be like, you know, XX sniper 100 3000 headshots XX. So I actually came up with a lot of different stuff. And I was just sitting there for a couple hours putting things into. Am I going the right way? Is there a map? No. What? Why is it saying there's a path that way? Ah, no. I just made our trip worse. Let's head over here. So I put in, like a lot of stuff. Oh, shit. Get out of the way. Oh, boy. This is a little more entertaining than I thought it was going to be. Can you just let me get on my horse? I can't even get on my horse. I swear to God, if he kills my horse, I'm gonna be pissed. Get out of here. Hold on, we'll continue story time in a minute. That's what you get for stabbing my horse 100 times. I'm glad my horse is resilient. He's gonna run away. Okay, just run, dude. I don't care. Alright, so we're gonna go back down this way. We need to take a right. Where? This map is not. Oh, down that way? Oh. Okay. Where are we going? We're heading to Jerusalem right now. Okay. No, just came from Damascus. Is this on the right track now? Yeah, okay. So we'll continue story time. So anyway, so I was putting in a lot of different stuff to try to find something that was different. It wasn't filled with numbers, was memorable. It actually took me a couple hours. I was just putting a bunch of stuff in. I ended up like falling asleep while I was typing stuff in. But I did end up actually thinking of this, and unbelievably, it wasn't taken anywhere. I think this way. Kind of just, yeah, okay. There's a viewpoint here too. But I was really doing like a lot of like word plays, you know, things that related to you know, me or my real name, word plays off that, anything I could think of, and you know, this is what came up, and it actually worked out pretty well. I think MrKnightCap is pretty catchy. You know, I do like playing medieval stuff. The word play seemed pretty cool to me, and plus, I like to drink when I play, so it all worked out. But that was story time on how my name came about. I don't think that guy saw me. He didn't. That's awesome. Well, we can climb this tower without having rocks thrown at us. But I'm actually really happy about this name that I chose. I ended up switching all my accounts over. A lot of stuff I just made new accounts. You know, just to get it all fresh and out there. I claimed it on a couple different places. Like, I already have an account set up for PlayStation, although I don't have a PlayStation yet. I did have one at one point a long time ago. I actually do have a PS3. It's been sitting in a closet for a while. I do plan on doing some Let's Plays on games on there. But that'll be a little bit from now. I have a couple of other games beforehand that I want to play. But a while ago, I did build up a collection of like exclusive titles on PlayStation because I've been mostly an Xbox player. There's a lot of games on PlayStation that I wanted to play. So I got the PS3. I actually grabbed the God of War PS3, the red one, because my favorite color is red. I picked that up, and it came with like most of the God of War titles for PS3. I think all of them, actually, maybe except the prequel, Ascension, I think it's called. But I know it came with most of them. But I picked that up. There's some other games on there that I really enjoy, even the ones that like aren't reviewed so well. Like, I still want to play them. You know what I mean? Like, just because they weren't reviewed well doesn't mean I don't want to experience them. Like, for example, Lair. It's a dragon game. If you're not familiar with it, I guess you ride on a dragon and kill stuff. I'm definitely gonna play that. I mean, I think dragons are awesome. I don't care if it was reviewed badly. I'm sure it'll be. I'm waiting to get down this hill somehow. I'm sure it'll be passable enough. So that's the way I look at it, and I'm sure we can find fun in it. Yeah, we can't go this way. And that's kind of what's going to be a lot of things on this channel. I mean, not every game will be the greatest. I mean, let's be honest, this game, Assassin's Creed, is not the best game in the world. Was it great? Yeah, absolutely. It's a great game, but it's not the best game in the world. It has its repetitive flaws that everybody called it out on, even when it released. But it did start an amazing series. And that's really why I'm playing this one here, is I want to play them all in order. And that's what we're gonna do on this channel. Even if, say, the first title of a game isn't the best, we're still gonna play it and enjoy it for at least the story elements, and then move on to the sequels. But even like for going back to PlayStation, the examples I had, like Resistance, I am so interested in playing those titles. I can't wait to hop into those. I'm a big first-person shooter guy, but I do play a lot of other stuff. I actually played the first Dark Souls. I beat the first Dark Souls, actually, after a lot of frustration. including its DLC, which was honestly the hardest part for. Oh, come on, man. We shot by an arrow. It's on the other side. There's no archer towers there. That might make us. Oh, that's an archer tower right there. Shit. Let's see if we can get up here. Oh man. If we get shot again, I'm gonna go up there and kill that guy. Yep. Alright. Can I climb this? Yeah, there's a ladder right there. He's gonna die. He's not gonna be happy. But I did enjoy Dark Souls a lot, actually. It is... Oh, come on. I just don't have any luck right now. It's because we're talking a lot, right? Did the archer just come down? That's ridiculous. Get out of here. Who's next? Who's next? See ya, buddy. And he's gonna run. Yep, alright. So we're gonna climb this tower now. So anyway, back to story time with MrKnightCap. I really like Dark Souls, so I beat the first game and the DLC. There was a boss in the DLC. He had like a giant fist and then like in an abyss. I don't remember what his name was. I'd have to look it up. But he was a big monster thing. You would jump into the abyss and he was there. He gave me a lot of trouble, and also a dragon in that DLC that had this this piercing noise when you hear this attack. It would like ring your ears and everything. It was crazy. But that DLC was not easy. But I loved that game. I loved how deep its lore was, even though it wasn't in your face. All of the like equipment and such all had, you know, these lore tidbits and such to build the world. But that game was phenomenal. It was easily one of my favorite games of all time. I played it on PC actually, but it was gorgeous. The graphics were amazing, at least on PC. I had like a mod to make it 1080p or whatever, because the default game is like 720 or whatever. But I mean, the locales were great. It was well done. The gameplay was great. The bosses were original. It was easily one of the best games I've ever played. But there's a prequel, which is where this is all coming from. There was a prequel called Demon Souls on PS3 that I haven't played yet. I do own it. I actually own a lot of games that I haven't played yet, which is one of my main reasons for making this channel. Factoid right there. I really want to get down and play some games and really experience some of the stuff that I've missed out on. Am I going the right way still? That was really, like, I just really want to play games and experience them, sit down, enjoy them, and see if I can get a good community going and experience it with you guys and just talk about games, you know, and I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I really do. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm really excited for it, especially for a lot of the stuff I've been putting off on. You know, I used to play a lot of multiplayer games, and I've kind of leaned away from that lately. It's just, you know, it's a lot of competitiveness. I don't like to spend all my time on one game, which of course on a multiplayer game really, it really like hampens your ability to play that game. You know, I can play, you know, I like to play Rainbow Six Siege, Overwatch. You know, I love to hop on them every so often and play them, but I'm not as good as I could be if I played that game all the time. Because I love playing a lot of different games. And that's really why I wanted to make, you know, a channel like this, just to experience a lot of different things. And I think it'll make me enjoy gaming a lot more. When I was younger, I used to just play Call of Duty, really. Like when Modern Warfare 4 was out, or Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, let me rephrase that, was out. That was really all I played. Modern Warfare 2, you know, back in the day, that was like, you know, pretty normal for people, especially when all your friends played that game. But I just didn't enjoy it as much as I enjoy all these single-player experiences to immerse myself in. And since we're in Assassin's Creed, take a look at this beautiful view that the game just showed us. I'm just trying to keep some entertainment going on as we go along this kind of boring journey. You know, I don't want to rag on this game too much. I know it sounds like I'm really ragging on this game. I really don't mean to. But I am critical. It's just the truth. I'm not gonna lie about a game. And I'm not. I like Assassin's Creed. I haven't played past the second game, but I have played the first two, and I enjoyed them. I really did. Even if it's redundant, you know, it doesn't make it not enjoyable. It doesn't make it a game that's impossible to have fun with. but they definitely get better as they go along. At least from what I hear. But the second game was great, so I know it's got to get better from there. The second game was phenomenal. Some of the redundancy is gone, and I hear the story's top notch. Luckily, I've avoided most of the spoilers. I know some things. I know a lot of obvious things, honestly. Like, obviously, one day, Altair is gonna die. I mean, this game takes place a long time ago. But I guess in Assassin's Creed Revelations, there's a whole, spot with Ezio, with Altair in it. And that actually made me really interested in that game, because I think Altair is a great character. I am going to be honest with you right now.
Thank you, my boy. I only wish my sons were half as brave as you.
Same thing as always. Honestly, I don't think Ezio is the most interesting character. I know he does have a good character arc, but at least his baseline character of just like, the nice guy, womanizer, he's perfect, that kind of thing. I much prefer Altair's arrogance and his growth as a character over Ezio. But not everybody feels that way, but that's just my opinion. But I really liked how, they didn't forget about him. From what I hear in Revelations, he's brought back, he's part of the story. Not a big part, but he's there. And that's enough for me. And I really want to see this story for what it is. Well, that's going to be the way for a lot of games. Like, back to the PS3 thing where we kind of branched off of, Dark Souls 1 was great. I haven't played 2 and 3 yet. They're both out by the time this video is out. This is basically a blast from the past video here. I have played a lot of Bloodborne, though. I used to have a PS4. I had to get rid of it at one point, but I am going to get it back. I am actually going to get a PS4 Pro. Eventually, that'll be on this channel, and I will be playing PS4 Pro games, or PS4 games, on the Pro. That'll be the exclusives. I'm going to pick up the Uncharted. What do you call them? I'm not sure what this 4 games. I don't know what that word is. But those 4 games, the 3 I remastered on there. I'm gonna pick those up. I'm not like a fanboy for one console. I just like games, and they all have pretty good stuff. So the PS4 Pro is my next pickup, and we're gonna experience some of those. But I do have a lot of games on PS3 that I want to play. Demon Souls being one of them. The Killzone series, another one. I never actually got into those, being an FPS fan. I really want to play those games. I hear they're great. Resistance was another one. I played the first game, but not the other 2. So we'll play the first one and get on the channel like we're doing now. I've already played this game before. Obviously, I was awful at it. I'm still awful at it. What is it, like 11 years later? But we'll definitely play those games. Even some weird stuff like Heavy Rain, I want to get into. I never played that. I heard it was great. I think those would be fun on this channel too. Really story-based games, because they're kind of like, from what I hear, like playable movies anyway.
These are troubled times in which we live.
Let's see what he has to say.
Money tight, but it need not be this way. There are opportunities for those with the courage to seize them. Who knows what the future holds? What tragedies tomorrow may bring? Defend against an uncertain future. Protect the ones you love. Work hard and you will be rewarded. Talal provides.
Alright. Now, what do you know about my assassination target? Is Talal the guy? I'm honestly not sure. I think he said Talal. There's also, just back to story time while we follow this guy. Haze, I heard it wasn't very good. I think it was a launch title on PS3, but I mean another one, an FPS. I'll play all FPSs. I don't care if they're bad or not. I'm a big fan of them. Sometimes if a gun looks cool, I just, hey, I just want to play with that gun that looks cool and shoot stuff with it. Like there's some games, like even Brink, that game was not very good. It had good potential, it wasn't very good. But the guns, a lot of them look really cool, and that was cool to me, just to play with some cool looking guns, even if the game was not perfect. Are we just gonna stop here?
Leave now, or I'll make you.
Alright. You can try to make me leave.
I have nothing to say to you.
Speak to me or speak to God. It's your choice.
You're gonna kill him anyway.
The work he does cannot stop it.
Stop what? What work?
He prepares them for the journey.
Journey where?
They are held in his warehouse. And when the time comes, they are sent to Akka.
Where's this warehouse? And why Akka?
Talal tells me what I need to know. Nothing more. It is safer that way.
For him, perhaps. Though not, I fear, for you.
Alright, so he's gonna go speak to God now. So Talal is our assassination target. What are you doing? Are you trying to be an assassin? Do you want me to train you to be an assassin? Look at her. What is going on right now? What are you doing? What is he doing? What is happening? What is happening right now? We have another save the civilian here, so we're just gonna do that. This game makes me laugh sometimes. Yeah. Hello. But I'm not afraid to play bad games. I'm really not. You know, I'll play them, and I do intend to finish every single Let's Play that we start. At least within reason. There's certain games that kind of never end, in the sense like Skyrim or Oblivion, things like that. Fallout. You can play the main story, but you're not going to see everything, and those could take hundreds of hours. So within reason, we're going to finish every Let's Play we start. I might not play those kinds of games in a Let's Play unless there's a demand for it. I mean, you guys let me know if that's something that you'd like to see. But I feel like that's very easy to lose interest in. Like even Final Fantasy 15, which is a game that I've been playing, actually at the time of this Let's Play, it has a lot of boring segments. And I know you're going to say, like, oh, you know, like this game? But this game at least ends fairly promptly. You know, I'm sure a couple of hours in, we'll beat this game, we'll be done with it. That game is phenomenal. Final Fantasy 15 is easily one of my favorite games right now. I know a lot of people don't feel that way. Simply, I don't agree with them, but I'm not going to agree with everybody's opinions. I have a lot of fun with it. I think it's phenomenally well made. The DLC stuff is a little weird, the way they've been handling that, but you know, I don't really want to get into that kind of controversy in a Let's Play of Assassin's Creed. I'm just trying to have some talking while we're playing. But I mean, the game is great. It's just, to me, there's no denying it. That game is very well done and it's fun. But I don't think it'd be super fun to watch without something else happening. Like maybe if one day I was on like Twitch and we were just, you know, playing some weird games while doing some other stuff, then maybe that game would be perfect for it. You know, there's a lot of like filler stuff, some quests that aren't super interesting, a lot of running around. A little less so now, actually, because you can take the vehicle off-road and such, which helps some of the running around stuff. But I still don't think it'll be super fun for you guys to watch, even more so than the basically filler episodes of this game, where we're stuck doing repetitive tasks before we get to the fun assassination, where we really get into it. You know what I mean? But if you guys feel differently, or if you think there's something we can do to really engage during times like this, I mean, I'll keep trying to do things like a little story time like we're doing now, because I think in some of my videos there's a lot of like dead air happening because there's just nothing to talk about in the game, and I tried to keep the conversation happening with what we're playing, but I don't always think that'll be possible, especially now when there's just nothing going on. There's nothing to really talk about conspiracy-wise. There's no conjecture for the game. You know, we're still fairly early in. So I think it's good to just, you know, we'll just play in the background. There's nothing happening story-wise. Nobody's missing anything. You're seeing all the action on the screen. And we'll just talk about random topics. You know, and I think that'll carry us over a little bit. And if you have any specific topics you want to bring up, you know, bring them up. Bring them up in the comments. We'll talk about them. We got another civilian here. I almost missed it, to be honest with you. And I'm really excited to just play so many games that I've been waiting to play. I think some people will be very surprised about the games I play on this channel, because I'm not just going to be sticking to new stuff. It's not going to be things that are super popular right now. I mean, some of these games have probably had Let's Plays on them for years, you know? I mean, I'm new to the whole Let's Play thing, but it doesn't mean I'm not going to play games that I want to play. You know, if I'm not interested, how can I expect you guys to be interested? That's the way I look at it. You know, I think like I need to be engaged enough in the game for you guys to be engaged with me, or it's just going to be very bland. You know? And I'm really excited for the Assassin's Creed franchise as a whole, which is why I'm willing to power through the first game for, you know, maybe like another 8 hours or so, whatever it takes, you know. I don't know how long the game is, to be honest.
Good you came along when you did.
I know it's not super
Another
long.
minute and they would have made off with me. I owe...
No problem, another one saved. I just kill all those guys, and you want to fight too. How about we don't? How about we don't? I'm gonna move on. I have things to get done, and fighting you does not help in that task. We can do some more story time. So one of my favorite games, we'll talk about that, is Kingdom Hearts. I'm a huge fan of the Kingdom Hearts series. Incredibly well done in my opinion. As of the time of this video, 3 is not out yet. I'm eagerly awaiting that. I'm hoping to have a PS4 by the time it comes out. I know it'll come out on Xbox, but I mean, I grew up with that series on the PS2, and I just want to feel at home again and play it on the Xbox. I mean, I play it on the PlayStation, not the Xbox, sorry. But that is one of my favorite series in existence right now. And I've always thought it was great. It's a lot of fun. Even if some people they look at it, oh, it's a kid game, it's got Disney in it. Who cares? Honestly, who cares? Who cares if it has Disney in it? Whatever. It's super fun. It's a lot of my childhood, especially when Kingdom Hearts 2 came out and had Lion King in it. That was one of my favorite movies when I was growing up as a little kid. I used to watch it over and over again. I always heard about a story from my parents that I actually wore out a VHS tape. I know, a VHS tape. It was that long ago. Of The Lion King. They had to get a second one so I could keep watching it. Is he in this building? Oh no, he's in this building with these guys. How are we gonna get in? We need to get, I bet these guys spawn just people for us. We'll be able to get in that door. Come on. But yeah, I mean, I don't care if it's Disney. I actually do plan on doing a Let's Play of that game also. I haven't decided how I want to do it yet. I have beaten the game on Proud. I bought the 1.5 and 2.5 for PS3. But I'm not sure if I want to do Proud for a Let's Play, because it's definitely not super easy. Even in BioShock, we had some unfortunate deaths that slowed us down. I'm still trying to figure out where I stand, because on most games, I play on the hardest difficulty. But it's different when I'm playing it myself and replaying sections over and over again to conquer them than maybe when you guys are watching. And I'm trying to see if that's something that, I mean, the way I look at it is Dark Souls, right? It's a very hard game. I've watched a few Let's Players play Dark Souls just because I think it's a great game. I love watching other people. Here's our guys, our disciples or whatever they are. They should let us in that room. Scholars, there we go. Dark Souls is one of those where you're gonna die, you're gonna redo areas, but people expect that when they're watching that game, right? I'm just not sure if it would be handled differently if I'm playing just any old game on the hardest difficulty, just because that's what I do. Because the way I see it, if I beat a game too fast, then I've wasted my money. You know, I like to get my money's worth on a title. And to me, that's one of the ways. Even when I play the Halo games, when a new Halo came out, I would play it on Legendary. Because I would know, even solo, if I was on Heroic or lower, I'd beat it. I'm not trying to brag, I'm just saying, like, I play a lot of FPS games. It's not a brag, it's not a humble brag. But it's what I play all the time. So I'm pretty decent at FPS games. let's listen to these guys real quick, and we will continue our discussion.
He's a coward. If it wasn't for the money, I'd be long gone.
You're either stupid or blind. Maybe it's both.
How can you say that?
You didn't see what happened.
I saw well enough. Our caravan was attacked, and the first thing he did was flee.
No, he didn't run.
What are you talking about?
Do you forget what became of the men who attacked us?
Felled by our archers, thanks be to God.
Not our archers, him, alone.
So you're saying he saved us?
Yes, he headed for higher ground. Used his bow to kill them.
I had no idea.
The man's a master archer. You do well to remember that.
Okay. In a fight, Talal would try to shoot his enemies with a bow. That's actually really interesting. That's probably one of the most interesting things we've heard about somebody from this game yet. So when we fight this guy, he will try to back off and kill us from afar. We're not going to go turn it on investigation yet. I missed a safe citizen. Oh, is that next? That's right next to the burrow. We'll get that right when we go to turn everything in. So, anyway. Yeah, I'm pretty good at FPS game. Oh, shit. So, you know, I don't like to waste my time or waste my money, really. So, if I beat a game too fast, I kind of get, you know, a little upset about it. You know what I mean? Especially if it's such a good game, like, in my opinion, Halo. I like their stories, at least originally. We'll talk more about how I feel about how they've changed when I actually do my Let's Plays on them, which I do plan on doing. So stick around for that if you guys like Halo. I'm probably going to end up doing the Master Chief Collection that came out and recording those, because those are in nice HD quality and all that. Where are we going? But yeah, so I would play them on the hardest difficulty because I would rather die, like, you know, over and over and get better and conquer the level than just kind of walk through most of it or all of it and have the game end in 5 or 6 hours. But I don't know, that'll be fun to watch. I mean, maybe if we can have entertainment in the background, we can have discussions, but that only really works in a game I've already played. You know, if it's a game I haven't played before, I need to focus. That'll be any game. I need to learn, I need to concentrate. You know, we won't be able to have outside discussions. We'll definitely talk about the game and what's going on, but having story time like this, I don't think will be a... should we grab him now? Yeah, we'll grab him now. We'll get some flags. So that guy is again another informant telling me to get flags. But, you know, now I have the benefit of already playing this game and a lot of, you know, bland content right now. That gives us plenty of time to talk about other things and keep you guys and me interested and involved. You know, but when it's a new game that I have no idea what's going on, you know, I want to hear what's happening, or, you know, sometimes I just like hearing the game. You know, I just want to hear, you know, my character walking around, the gun effects, the footsteps, all that. The enemies. You know, it changes how I want to approach it. So we'll have to figure that out as we go.
Safety and peace, Altair. We live in harsh times, do we not? I am in an ocean of trouble. I had a mission to investigate some strange disappearances in the Rich District, and Talal's men saw my face. My status is compromised. Would you be kind enough to eliminate them for me in exchange for the information you seek?
Okay, well that's cool. We're gonna do some assassinations. I'll definitely prefer this over flags. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, as you guys, you know, grow with me a little bit and talk to me a little more, we'll see what you guys are willing to endure. You know, if you guys want to see me struggle on content, maybe you'll think it, you know, it's interesting or it's funny. I don't know. You know, I do get frustrated sometimes. You know, it might be funny to watch me. You know, some people laugh in the way I get frustrated, I get mad, especially at Dark Souls. You know, I'll definitely do Dark Souls playthroughs. Dark Souls Remaster comes out in I think 2 months from now, as of the time of this release. I will definitely be playing that eventually. I might be playing that on release, depending on where we are in our schedule of games. We might be in the middle of something when it releases. I'm not going to stop what I'm playing to start up a new game. I definitely want to complete every Let's Play we play here. Oh, shit. Come on. How did he know it was me? I was blending and everything. Whoa, look at that guard trying to be an assassin right now. What the hell? This game is super unforgiving. I'm gonna laugh when it does me to kill 2 people again, even though I already killed one of them. The wonders of video game logic. Oh my god, I want to sit on the bench. I won't let me. Fuck. Climb, dude. Dude. Climb. What is he doing? We gotta get away. We gotta get away. What are you doing, dude? Get... There we go. Okay. But yeah, we'll see. You know, BioShock, for example, another Let's Play I played in the hardest difficulty. It did have some weird moments. It actually reset my difficulty at one point. That's part of the Let's Play. If you watch it, you'll see that. But that, I actually looked it up. That was a notorious glitch in the remastered version of BioShock, where it would reset people's save games. And I didn't notice, and I was like most of the way through the game already, and I just kind of left it. But for the most part, I mean, where it was important, which in my opinion is at the beginning of the game, where the struggle truly is where I had the hardest difficulty on before it reset. Later on, anyway, you end up getting so much ammo and max health packs and max Eve and all that kind of stuff that game involves.
Peace, Altair.
You know,
we live in hush times.
The difficulty didn't matter so much then.
I am in an ocean of trouble. I had a mission to investigate some strange disappearances in the rich district, and Talal's men saw my face. My status is compromised. Would you be kind enough to eliminate them for me in exchange for the information you seek?
Alright. Yeah, back to killing 2 guys again. But yeah, back to that BioShock. So that would have happened, but you know, it wasn't that big of a deal because that game does really set you up for success later on in the game with all the perks you have and such. Also, I had so much excess ammo and nothing was a problem anymore. This is one of our guys. We're gonna get out of there really quick and go around the long way for the second guy.
And thousands of lives are lost in its defense. It seems a tragedy.
Well, I think it's a good idea right now. I'm just kind of, you know, like Agents of Mayhem, a Let's Play, oh shit, that we're doing simultaneously to this one, lets you choose difficulty on the fly per mission. So that's really cool because we can see, you know, oh, is this too hard or is this too easy? We can just keep bumping up. Like right now, I'm just bumping it up and up and up. Slowly, just so I can see where we're at and not, you know, get stuck. You know, I don't want a video where we just get stuck and there's no progress being made in a realistic time frame. But this game has no difficulty at all. This game is what it is. But that's also very interesting too, and I think is the easier option of them all because I don't get to choose what the difficulty is. But we will figure it out. We'll find the best way to go. You know, there's a happy medium on games like, for example, Halo. They have that difficulty heroic where it's kind of hard, but not super hard. So maybe we'll do those for Let's Plays, because I just want it to be interesting. If I'm steamrolling a game, why would you even want to watch that? You know, who wants to watch me just walk through a game like it's nothing? I don't want to watch that. I liked watching people play Dark Souls and struggling and seeing how they adapt into situations. But we'll see. You know, this whole Let's Play experience is, you know, a learning experience for me. Even in my BioShock Let's Play, you'll see a massive increase in quality as I go along. Mostly technical, you know what I mean? Technical, visual-wise. I fixed some stuttering problems.
The ones who knew me? Excellent.
Yep,
Here's what I
did.
learned about Talal. He's a powerful slaver who occupies an area north of town, near the Barbican. He pays a tribute to the city guards so he can operate in the shadows. But from what you showed me today, I'm sure he will share the same fate as the others. Thank you again,
Absolutely.
Altair.
No problem, buddy. He's in the north sector. Cool. Let's head over to the citizen save. But, you know, I think we've come a long way. It's been a decent amount of time. It's been about 8 or 9 months, I believe, since I started this channel up. A lot's changed since then in my life and in the channel itself. I actually just hired a freelancer to build a logo for the channel, because I don't personally have experience in like Photoshop and like that, so I'm hoping that he'll be able to make something really cool for us. We'll see how that goes. If it goes well, I mean, it'll be posted up on the channel. You'll see it really soon. We'll find out. I'll definitely give him a shout out if it works out for us. You know, we're growing. I'm getting a lot more confident in how the videos are going. I think we can have a lot of fun on this channel, which is the biggest thing for me. I want to play games and have fun.
Praise God, you've saved me. All the city will know of your sacrifice.
And, you know, that's really all that matters. Just having fun, playing the game. You know, and talking to you guys. You know, that's really what I wanted. You know, I can play games by myself in my living room, you know, whatever, but that's not the same. You know, I've always enjoyed going on forums, you know, talking to people about stuff, and that's what kind of drawn me to doing Let's Plays, you know, because in reality, it just means I'm talking to, you know, some people and talking about the game that I'm playing, or, you know, whatever. You know, especially some of these older games, you know, it'd be cool if we could get people to talk about some of these older games that people don't talk about anymore. That was a huge fail when I felt like that. That was awful. But, like, I mean, even here, if I was talking about the first Assassin's Creed game, who's there to talk to me about it? Nobody. But if we get a nice community going and I'm playing a game, then people are going to talk about it. Even if it's just about the nostalgia it brings them, you know? I'm big on that. There's a lot of games that I haven't played that people have that I should have played. And nostalgia is going to play a big part in this channel, I think, because it's going to go back in time a lot. You know, I'll definitely be playing modern games also. You know, when there's a big release that I've been waiting for, I'll be playing it that day. You know, there's games that I can't wait to just do Let's Plays on right away. You know, I'm still waiting for games to come out that I'm super interested in. I feel like lately it's been a little slow for gaming. But there's definitely things that I am very excited for to come out eventually. And when that happens, we're going to play those games right away. And they won't be old games on my channel. But I'm not afraid to go back in time and play older games. You know, I know it won't be the greatest thing for views or for hits or whatever. But it's what I'm interested in. You know, I want to build up on the games that I missed out on. Or the series I missed out on. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that hasn't played certain games. You know, I'm sure there's other people out there, just like me, who haven't played Assassin's Creed. And maybe they don't want to. Maybe they'd rather just play their games they want to play. Maybe they want to play multiplayer games, but they want to see what Assassin's Creed is all about. So they'll hit up the channel and they'll watch. You know, and I want to make that as interesting as possible. And I am working on that as much as I can. You know, I definitely knew. I'm not afraid to admit it. But I think I am learning the best I can. You know, I'm watching my own videos. You know, I'm not sure. I'm sure it's normal that people watch their own videos, I would assume. But I don't know. I don't talk to any other people that do Let's Plays. I don't know anybody else that does this. Like, I have a couple of friends that are doing Twitch. They're live streaming. You know, they're playing, for example, one of them plays GTA 5 online. And they stream that on Twitch. But that's not exactly the same thing. You know, I don't know anybody that does actual Let's Plays for video games. I don't know. Do they watch their own videos? I would guess they would. To see, you know, well, gee, why would I do that? Or why would I say that? Or why am I not talking? That's what I've done. You know, I've looked at what I've put out and I'm saying, wow, there's dead air here. You know, I'm not saying anything at all. And sometimes it's legitimate. You know, dead air during a cutscene. I'm not gonna talk during a cutscene or an intense battle. I'm focusing to not die. You know, there's exceptions to be made for that rule where obviously I need to focus or the content is going to be bad. You know, if you're watching me die because I'm too busy blabbing about stuff, there's no point of watching. But there's also times where I'm like, hey, I could say something right now. And why aren't I? And these people are looking at me. I need a bench. Here we go. Don't focus on the guy with the armory blades on his back. I'm nobody.
If the guard won't take action, it falls to us to do something.
What you propose is madness.
But necessary. How many more will we allow to go missing before the people take a stand?
It does not affect us.
Not yet. But if we continue to do nothing, it will.
And what do you propose?
I've watched the man. Learn everything there is to know about his operation. It's all here on a map I've made. He inspects his stock every day at the same time. This is when I'll strike.
So you have a piece of paper. It won't save you when you're discovered. Won't shield you from their swords and arrows.
If all goes well, it won't come to that. Anyway, it's a risk I'll have to take. Wish me luck, my friend.
Indeed. You'll need it.
Wow, I'm actually really enjoying this level of Assassin's Creed. It's been very interesting. This guy wants to be an assassin. So we're going to take his job from him, get his information, and assassinate the target for him. Which I have no doubt if we do it successfully, quietly, he'll take the credit for it. That's fine with me. The guild will know that I did it. Oh, there's two citizens side by side here. Okay. But you know, I'm back to what we're talking about. I'm learning as much as I can, you know. I don't have a super lot of feedback, you know, as of right now the channel's still brand new. Not a lot of people are watching. But you know, never know one day. You know, I want to make sure that I am on point as much as I can be. As people start watching, more and more people, you know. I've got a couple of people viewing, and I want to do the best job that I can while I have fun playing games. This is one of those times where I gotta be quiet, trying to make sure I counter on time. And I apologize for that. It's tougher to talk during intense combat scenes like this because, you know, you're trying to make sure you don't get killed.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll find a way to repay this kindness, I swear it.
What happened?
We're actually doing pretty solid. This is quite a lengthy video, but we've been doing a pretty good job. It's just good to clear some of this stuff out to make our next video, you know, the second one of each city, even more interesting. You know, it's a tough balancing act, really. That's what it is. It's a balancing act. How can I make this video not awful or too frustrating to watch, even though not much is going on? We've gotten lucky this time. There's been a lot of interesting information on the target, more so than usual. And more so on the characters. That was weird. Did he shoot him with the arrow? That was really weird to see. That was awesome. That is the first time we threw a knife at somebody. He just instantly dropped.
I only wish my sons were half as brave as you. I'll see to it that they hear this tale and know what it is to be a true hero.
Alright. I've actually just realized this video is going very long, but we've done a lot in this city already. So maybe this checkpoint is where we should stop. Here, let's do one more thing. Let's go hit this viewpoint because I want to talk about one last thing and see what you guys think. See if anybody has an opinion for me. But I've been told by a lot of people that, you know, with the way YouTube works and blah blah blah, you shouldn't have videos longer than like 15 minutes. And I just don't think that's realistic with what we do here. You know, I watch other Let's Players too, and they have longer videos. In reality, what do we get done in 15 minutes of a video game? Almost nothing. You know, in this hour-long video, we've done quite a bit. But imagine breaking this up into 4 videos. You know, that's... I understand that maybe it helps views, or it helps the YouTube algorithm, whatever nonsense people are talking about. I know it's a real thing, but you know what I mean? It's just crazy. You know, it's not about that. I just don't think it's a realistic idea. It's gonna make the videos even less uninteresting, you know? There's actually a YouTuber, I'm not sure if he would like to be called out, so before I do call him out specifically, I'll see if I can get into like contact with him and ask him. But he actually did a lot for me, so... Where am I going? Can I just hang out from here? So... I have a child, actually. And when I had the child, there was a lot of time where it was just me and the baby. And, you know, I was just looking for something to put on TV when she was young. And I ended up putting on this YouTuber who had lengthy videos. And it was good for me because it wasn't constantly looking for a new video or playing a new video. It was just setting up his video, roughly an hour's long, and playing it. And if I had to, I could pause it and come back to it later. And to me, that was great. You know, I think if it was every video being 15 minutes, it'd be a little frustrating. But if you guys have opinions on that, if my videos are too long, you know, let me know. I know I make, you know, hour-long videos or so, but I think for what we have going on, that's just the reality of it. I think that's just the best way to go. You know, but let me know if you guys feel differently, or if you think I can set it up in a different way to make them shorter but still complete a lot. You know, I like to do the legitimate Let's Play. I know some people do like basically montages of the important parts. Well, they'll skip through and, oh, here, now we're going to do this mission, and they'll skip the running sections. But that's not really a true Let's Play to me, in my opinion. I mean, I'm not bashing anything. I'm just saying, like, I like to do the raw gameplay. This is the game you're playing. This is what you're watching. This is how it is. You know, almost like a live stream, but on YouTube. It's a recording. You know, I post it up later, but I don't edit anything. Everything that you see is what happened. And, you know, even with other people, that's what I watch. I don't watch montages. I don't watch, good moments of my videos. I don't watch any of that. I like to watch the whole thing, because to me, the build-up is what makes the good moments so good. You know, your good moments might be great, you know. I've watched a couple where you see really cool things or funny things happen, or the YouTuber is afraid, you know, it's a montage of them getting scared. But I think the build-up as the viewer, I love being just as afraid as they are. You know, am I going to turn this corner? or whatever. Am I gonna kill this person? And the planning behind it, not just the reaction, not just the end game. You see all of it happen, and I think that builds a better connection. But that's just me. Let me know how you guys feel. We have a pickpocket here. I was just waiting because I know they're gonna talk. I wanted to finish my thoughts. Let's hit this pickpocket real quick, and then we'll probably get a checkpoint and end the video there. But let's hit that real quick.
Please, you must help me. I'll pay you anything you ask, anything.
It's not so simple, my friend.
But it is. I know all his tricks. He's a coward, not a fighter. He'll run at the first sign of trouble. Take this map. It'll show you where he likes to hide.
You don't understand.
Oh, I understand. You are afraid. You call yourself a warrior, but a single slave trader fills you with fear.
Fear? Nothing of the sort.
Then what?
It would be bad business on my part, seeing as I already work for him.
You?
So, now you understand? Go. Leave now and I'll forget we had this conversation.
Oh, wow. Yes, this is a really good section of the game. I'm actually really impressed. Everything we've dealt with has been super interesting. So he just tried to hire a mercenary, I guess. But he already worked for the guy. But he was nice enough not to kill him. But this will give us some good information. He claims he likes to flee from battle also. Yep, so he will run and hide. Okay, I've actually been really into this specific target, Talal. Hopefully he's as good as, it sounds like. The other guys were a little more bland. I wonder if the future targets will be this interesting. I know I played this game 11 years ago, but, that's a long time ago. I don't remember much about this game. I remember very specific points that stuck out, but the little things like this, those are gone from my memory. So this is just as fun for me to figure out as it could be for a new guy, for the most part. But this is cool. I mean, look at the map. We did a lot this episode. We got a couple save guys that we missed. And actually, we hit all the viewpoints. Oh, no, we didn't. I lied. I just saw them here. So there's one here behind this Save the Citizen. You can't see it if you're up close to it. And that one. So we got 2 viewpoints. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 citizens that want to be saved. Is that it? Yeah, one's behind him. So we got 5 guys and then an informant. And I think if we hit start, we can see our memory block. Yeah, we're doing good. So the next episode should hit us right off on saving citizens, viewpoints, and the informant. And then we'll assassinate the target. This episode was a little lengthy. I think I did a little more than half. That's why. I can try to balance it out. I'm not sure if it's worth it. I mean, it might be good to get as much done in an episode as we can, get it close to an hour long, and then get the next episode into some deep action. But we'll see. I don't know what the best way to do things is. I'm just playing the game and enjoying it. If it was me right now, I'd keep going. I'm actually having fun. I really am. This game is good in short increments. I think if you play too much at a time, it can get really redundant because it's the same stuff. But I've been taking some breaks and playing some other stuff in between right now. I'm really enjoying playing a different game at the same time to help break the redundancy up. That would be Agents of Mayhem that we're recording right now. Both games would probably get redundant if I played nothing but both of them. So I think it's a good idea to keep doing that. We'll keep doing, 1 or 2, maybe even 3 games at the same time, depending on what we're doing. We'll figure it out as we go along. That's what this channel is. I'm learning. I'm not a professional. I just wanted to do it. I've always wanted to do it, and I finally got the chance to get the equipment and try to make it a great place to make a community and to hang out. But I really appreciate everybody who joins me and watches these videos. Again, anything you guys have, any criticisms, if you like what I'm doing, if you don't like what I'm doing, let me know. Talk about it in the comments. Like, subscribe, whatever you guys want to do. Just talk to me. I want to know how you guys feel. I'm also on Twitter. Every time I post a video, I post on there. If you subscribe to my Twitter, it's the same tag, MrKnightCap. I don't do too much streaming on Twitch. I tested it out the other day playing PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds with some guys from work. I will in the future maybe do a little more of that, but that's kind of a whole different beast to tackle. But if you want to subscribe to me on Twitch, it's Mr_Nightcap. Weirdly enough, somebody took MrKnightCap on Twitch, and it was the only place I've seen that name taken, which is crazy. But everywhere else I've been, I was able to make that name no problem. So that guy does not have that gamer tag, but he has the Twitch account. But so I am Mr_Nightcap on there. And make sure you do the KNIGHT, not NIGHT. It is the play on words with the medieval knight. But thanks again. I know I'm kind of rambling, but I've kind of been wanting to talk a little more about even just random things, you know, and just to keep the video exciting and moving along, especially in a game like this where not everything is action and exciting and keeping your attention. So thank you again for everything, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for helping this channel grow. And I look forward to hanging out again on the next episode. Everybody have a good night.